What's going on, gardeners? Today I'm going to share with you a couple of different seed packets that I'm never going to grow again and why I wouldn't recommend them to anyone. So first, we have this Garden Party Blend Petunia from Botanical Interest. Yes, they were very beautiful blooms, but I only got a few. For some reason, whenever I grow petunias from seed like this, they never seem to do well. But when I've grown, from actual cuttings or plants, they always seem to do better. So I always spend a couple more dollars to actually buy the plants, and you'll get a lot better blooms. The next one, the Sweet Roulette Pepper. This one, it never grew. It sprouted while every single other of my seedlings, because I did them in a big 36 cell tray. This is the only one that didn't make it past a week. So I would not recommend. Another petunia, same reason, except this time the plants were big, but the blooms were sparse, even with fertilizer. So another petunia that I would not recommend, and for beginner gardeners, I really wouldn't recommend petunias. 5-spot. For some reason, the slugs love them. Even putting down slug bait around, the slugs still somehow got to them. The flowers are beautiful, but nowhere near as nice as this photo shows. So another one I would not recommend. Another one I would definitely not recommend. This is the one all-time fail this year for me. The Minnesota Midget Cantaloupe. It grew. It grew quite nice. It even had some golf ball-sized melons, but then all of a sudden they shriveled up and died when all of my other melons survived. And the plant it continued to produce, and it just died back. So not a recommendation from me. I would much rather grow the Chardonnay melon, which has a similar days to maturity, and you get actual good tasting melons off of it. This nasturtium, I love nasturtium, but this dwarf jewel mixed colors, it didn't do well for me. There are much better nasturtium varieties out there, and I will be trying one from Baker Creek this year. So I encourage you to subscribe so you're able to see what that will look like. And my second biggest all-time fail of this year was the shishito pepper. I would never recommend this to anybody. It seems like a lot of people like this pepper, and that's good for them. But any way I tried this pepper, it was not that good. I would rather have my Cubanelle peppers or my jalapeno peppers over this shishito. It produced well, but they were all full of seeds. And even if you took the seeds out, the peppers, for me, were only about 4 inches. So they weren't really a good, at least this year, these were not a good pepper. And I would not recommend them if you're first trying out. You'd probably be disappointed. And now for the 3 that I would still recommend, but I'm probably not going to grow, is just marigolds. Marigolds are really nice, but they just get too big in my garden, and I can't really put them anywhere because these Cracker Jacks, they get 4 feet tall. These dwarf, even though they say they're dwarf in these Happy Days mixed colors here, they both got to about 2 foot by 2 foot, and they drop seeds everywhere, literally everywhere. As soon as these wonderful blooms, because it is covered in blooms, die, they start producing seed. But they are a good trap crop for bugs. They don't necessarily repel bugs, but they again are a good trap crop, and they do repel nematodes in the soil. So that's just a tip if you do want to grow marigolds. So that's just a quick video on some seeds that I am not going to be growing this year. So I hope you just take some of my advice and see what seeds that you didn't like. Leave a comment down below. So until I see you in the next video, I'll be putting out videos soon on seed starting in this early spring and so on. So I encourage you to subscribe and check out my channel for that. But until then, happy gardening.